Hey everybody, this is Jeff from Ballworks Entertainment, and today we're going to be going over a few things in Gimp. One is scaling and the other is adding an alpha channel. Alpha channels are important when working with Gimp or Photoshop or any program like that because you can add different backgrounds and everything with them, and I'll show you a few examples of that when we get into it. Also, I'm not an expert. What I've learned is by trial and error, and this is how I do it. I'm sure there's other ways, but so let's get right into it. I've already downloaded an image online to my desktop. If you want to follow along, go ahead and download an image and let's get started. Come up here to the top left where it says File, and left click on the file and come down here to Open. I saved the image to my desktop, so I'll come down here, find my desktop, and the image I'm going to use is Salem, Massachusetts Cemetery, home of the witch trials and all that. Go ahead and open that up. Now, image is already set to scale of whatever it was uploaded from the previous person that uploaded this image, and I want to change it. All you have to do is come up over to these tabs and you can go over them, just hover over them and it'll tell you which ones they are or what they do. But we're going to come up here to image and we're going to come down to scale and left click on scale, and it tells you the size of the image. The width is 640 by 223. You want to keep, if you change your scale, you want to keep within close to what that difference is of 263, the difference between 640 and 423. So you can round it off like I'm going to do, and I'm going to make 250 difference between the two. So we'll come up here to the height and make it 500, and we'll make the width 750. The reason why I want to scale this is go ahead and lock that. That unlocks and locks it to that scaling, by the way. But the reason why I want to do this is that I want to add a thumbnail to my YouTube videos. That's what I mainly use Gimp for, is adding thumbnails. And it can be used for other things, but that's what I use it for, and it's a very good program. So let's go ahead and hit scale. And it scaled it, and we can check it. Go back up there. As you can see, it's 750 by 500, so it's to the scale we want. That's how easy it is to scale an image. There's a lot of different scales you can use, but the most common ones is the ones will fit your computer screen or whatever, your phone or whatever. But the main ones used today are the 920 by 1080 or the 2048 by 1152, depending on what you're scaling the image for, like wallpapers and all that. But the reason why we want to go into these alpha channels, I'm going to show you why. Right here, come over to the eraser tool over here. That's the eraser. Just hover over each one of these little icons and it'll tell you what it's for. And we're going to use the eraser, and you see the white background on that? That means there's no alpha channel. So we'll go back to the original image by hitting Control Z or Control Z, and it brings you right back to the original image without it being doctored. Now, since we want to add an alpha channel to this so we can add different things to it, there's two ways that I know of. There's other ways I'm sure of, but I'm not aware of, but other people may be. And of course, this video is for beginners. But I'll show you. You come over to the right here, right click it with your mouse, and left click with your mouse, then right click, and over top the blue or the highlighted tab there, and it gives you several options. If you come down here, there's your alpha channel option. You can either add it there, or you can come over here to where the tab over here is, the layer tab. Come down to layer and transparency, come down to there, and there's the alpha. I'm sure there's others, like I said, but I'm not sure where. So let's go ahead and add the alpha channel. Just left click to add it. And now, whenever you use your eraser, you can see the grid in the background. That tells you there's an alpha channel there. And I'm going to do a quick example of why to use that alpha channel. We'll go back and open up another picture. I got a demo over here I use to practice on. It's a picture I got on Google. So I open it up, and now I got two. If I highlight this one, say this is the main picture, and there's a secondary picture. I guess it really don't matter, but I'm not that great at Gimp yet anyway. I'm just showing you what I know. But you could take this picture and move it into this one. Very simple too. I've seen other videos where it shows real hard to do. But let's go ahead. We're going to scale this image real quick. Come down here to image again, down to scale. And I don't want it that big. I'm going to put it 200 by 300. It'll distort it a little bit, but it's not a big deal. It's just an example. Go ahead and scale that. Made it smaller. Now I want to say this is a picture of me, and I want to put it in front of the cemetery. A very easy way to do that, after you add your alpha channel and scaled it, add your alpha channel, and prepped it to do this. And I'll be doing a video. I just want to show you why this alpha channel is important. Now come to this picture, highlight it like I did, and this where it's shown it, and take your left mouse button, hold it down, and now see I got a hold of that picture. But I want to move it over to the next picture, so you move over there and hover over it. You don't have to, I'm still holding the mouse button, you don't have to do anything else. And I still got a hold of that. Now I want to put this in the picture. I'm going to say this is me. I want to put it in this cemetery. So I'm going to go ahead and put it almost where I want it and let go. And it come close to it, but not close enough for me. But that's not a problem. We're going to move it and say this is me and my wife. And I want to put just our upper bodies there. It looks like we're in the picture. I'll come up to the move tool up here. This is your move tool, your cut tool, and all that you can use. But you can come up to the move tool, left click on that, come over here, left click on this picture, and move it down. As you can see, it's disappearing. And like I said, I want to put the upper body in. Say you want to add a little color to it, you can. Like I said, to these pictures, you want to add her blonde hair or something. See, she's got blonde hair. You can do whatever you want. Maybe I got a little blonde hair, like I said. And I want to add a sun to this picture. So you come over here to this picture, over here on the right, click on it, and now you could add the sun over here, like I said. And you want to come back to this one and do the same thing, highlight it, and come over here. Now you see me erasing this picture, so there's nothing behind it. If you take your time, you can outline to make it look like you're in that picture. Like I said, there's other ways to do that, but this is the simplest way I found to do it, is the way I'm doing it. And you know, that's close enough. I'm not going to get perfect with it, but you get the idea. And now it looks like me and my wife is in the picture. Play around with this, and that's something simple. How I did things right there is you could do a lot with this. Like I said, you could do a lot with Gimp, and once you get used to doing it, it's very easy to do. And it could come in handy once you get practice at it. Like I said, and I could, if I wanted to add this to, you know, if I wanted to make this a thumbnail, you know, I just want to go ahead and export it and save the file. And you just come over here, export it to wherever you want to, and I'm going to send it right back to my desktop. I'm going to export it, and see, I didn't do anything to combine the files. You don't really have to, but sometimes you will. But I'll go ahead and export it. Export it. If you try to save it, I had trouble saving, so I just export. And right here the picture is. And we go come over here, and we'll open it up, and there you go. I saved the picture after I created it, and it's very simple once you get used to it. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and I helped you out and you learned something that takes a while to learn. I'll make more videos in the future, so look for. This is Jeff from Ballworks Entertainment signing off.